After 16 long years, Tata Motors has won a significant victory against the Mamata Banerjee government, which had forced the company to leave Bengal. The tribunal has ordered the state government to pay 766 crores to Tata Motors to compensate for the capital investment losses suffered by the company in the stalled Singur manufacturing plant. Additionally, the tribunal has also directed the Bengal government to pay interest at the rate of 11% per annum from September 1st, 2016 until the actual recovery is done. According to the BJP, the court's verdict is a severe rebuke to the Mamata government. The party claims that the TMC government's negative attitude towards development has left the state in a state of neglect and despair. Listen in.
দেখুন, মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের সরকারের মুখে আরো একটা থাপ্পড়। সেই সময় যখন মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় বিরোধী দলনেত্রী ছিলেন, সেই সময় তিনি টাটাকে বাংলা থেকে তাড়িয়েছিলেন। এবং আপনাদের যদি মনে থাকে, সে সময় রতন টাটা বলেছিলেন যে আমি খারাপ এম কে বাদ দিয়ে ভালো এম এর কাছে যাচ্ছি। সেই ভালো এম পরবর্তীকালে ভারতবর্ষের প্রধানমন্ত্রী হয়েছে নরেন্দ্র মোদী, তখন তৎকালীন গুজরাটের মুখ্যমন্ত্রী ছিলেন। আর খারাপ এম পশ্চিমবঙ্গকে আরো খারাপ করেছে। তো মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় যে ভুল করেছিলেন, যার ফলে আজও বাংলার লক্ষ লক্ষ বেকার যুবক যুবতী যারা শিক্ষিত হয়ে হাতে কাজ পাচ্ছে না, আজকে প্রমাণিত হয়ে গেল যে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় সেই স্টেপ ভুল ছিল। শুধু তাই নয়, এই রাজ্যের ঘাড়ে, রাজ্যের জনগণের ঘাড়ে এই বিপুল পরিমাণ টাকার বোঝা আগামী দিনে এই যত শ্রী আছে সব শ্রী এর পরে উঠে যাবে, সব শ্রীবিহীন হয়ে যাবে যদি এই টাকা রাজ্য সরকারকে দিতে হয়।
देखिए, 766 करोड़ रुपया टाटा को अभी देने जाएंगे तो बंगाल का जो आर्थिक स्थिति है वो तो देवलिया हो जाएगा। और ये रकम जो आज बंगाल का अर्थनीति के ऊपर आया, ये सिर्फ ममता बनर्जी का कारण आया। ममता बनर्जी और उनका सारे परिवार का संपत्ति को नीलाम करना चाहिए, करके भी नहीं होगा। आज सिंगुर में टाटा चले गए, उसके बाद ना हुआ इंडस्ट्री, ना हुआ एग्रीकल्चर, कुछ नहीं हुआ। सिर्फ ममता बनर्जी का जीत का कारण आज पश्चिम बंगाल में इतना बड़ा क्षति पश्चिम बंगाल का होने जा रहा है।
In fact, those belonging to India Inc. claimed that the verdict by the tribunal highlights that the opposition against Tata Motors by the TMC in 2006 was nothing but political travesty. Listen in.
This is a very interesting and a good judgment, because this is a contract between a company and the Industrial Development Corporation for setting up a manufacturing unit in a state. And as part of that contract, if anything goes wrong, there's an arbitration clause. So the arbitration clause was invoked, and therefore the three-member Arbitral Tribunal has actually voted in favor of Tata Motors. So this is a very, it's not versus any government or private sector versus anything. It's a very clear case of a commercial dispute and a decision by an arbitration panel. Actually, I don't think a government is involved, because when this agreement was signed, there was a different government involved. And now there's a different government. I think the issue here is about the sanctity of a contract between an industrial development corporation and a private sector entity.
Well, the left government allotted about 1,000 acres of farmland to the company in 2006. And in 2007, Tata Motors exited the state facing strong opposition. But how has Singur changed in the last 16 years? Let's have a look.
Well, the land agitation in Singur was huge a couple of years ago, which also resulted in the change of government in the state of West Bengal. Right now, I'm standing on the land which was given to the Tata company in order to build a factory of the Nano cars here. As far as you can see from here, this entire land belonged to the Tata company, and they were supposed to make a factory here which would have employed a lot of people who lives in this village. However, we have seen that agitation did take place during that time regarding this land, and at that point of time, finally, the factory was not being built here. So a lot of land here is still left empty, which is not, eligible where the farming can be done. So people are trying to use it in different ways. So for example, right here on this side, if you just look, there is a piece of land which has been converted into a small lake, which is now particularly used to farm fish here. People here in the village who lives here, they use this land in order to farm fish here. So, some kind of usability to the land which is left barren at the moment.
উচিত অনুচিতটা এবার ওটা একমাত্র কোর্টই বলতে হবে। যেরকম ভাব জমি ফেরতের রায় হয়েছে, রায়টা মানতে হয়েছে, সেই রায় অনুযায়ী কাজ আর হয়েছে কয়। এখন কোর্ট অনুযায়ী রায় বেড়েছে, ক্ষতিপূরণ টাটাকে দিতে হবে। সেটা কি হয়েছে, এটা তো সরকারকে তাহলে তো মানে চাপে ফেলার জন্য করছে। এটা কোর্টও করছে সরকারকে চাপে ফেলার জন্য, জোর করে জমি অধিগ্রহণ করে। আর এখন যদি বলে যে সরকারকে ক্ষতিপূরণ দিতে হবে, হ্যাঁ, এটা তো সরকারের যে এখন যে বর্তমানে সরকার আছে তাকে চাপে ফেলার জন্য করছে।
अच्छा नहीं लग रहा। हम लोग आंदोलन किया था, वर्तमान जो सरकार आया, ये सरकार हम लोग आंदोलन करा था इसलिए आया, तो ये राय अच्छा नहीं मानता। क्योंकि हम लोग जमी वापस पाया, उधर में चाष करता, एवं सरकार हम लोगों को अच्छा के लिए देखता है। 2000 टाका जिसके पर जमीन उधर है, 2000 टाका 16 किलो चाल हमको एखनो पर्यंत देना पड़ा वो सरकार।
So now politics playing out over the decision. The BJP saying that this is a big setback to the Mamata Banerjee government, saying that this is clear that the TMC is against development, and that's what the tribunal has said, asking the Mamata Banerjee government to pay up for what they did several years ago, calling it a big victory for the Tata Group. In fact, politics playing out with the BJP questioning the TMC government. The TMC, though, claims that this was a decision that was taken based on what people had been saying back then, that this was a protest that was spearheaded by the people. So after 16 years, now finally Tata Motors winning this victory against the Mamata Banerjee government. The government has been asked to pay 766 crores to Tata Motors as compensation because they had to leave Bengal. The tribunal ordering the state government to pay 766 crores to compensate for the investments that Tata Group had made in West Bengal, which then turned to losses because they had to leave from Singur. My colleague Adrija joining us on the broadcast with the details on the politics that's playing out. Adrija, the TMC saying this was a movement by the people. The BJP says very clear that West Bengal has been anti-development.
Well, absolutely. You see, TMC here trying to, say that if what the people want, that is what is going to happen. They are also saying that earlier when the agitation actually had taken place, TMC said we were with the people who didn't want to give their land, so we were standing by them. But of course, the opposition party here, BJP, is hitting out and saying that. No matter what, West Bengal, Tata has left, and those lands, because the land is already barren. So, of course, it was no good that Tata has left. So, of course, the politics, playing out this way, where the TMC claiming that we are with the people, whatever the people want, that is going to happen. But BJP is saying that, this is just an excuse because West Bengal is underdeveloped and no factories are there in West Bengal.
Okay, all right. Adrija, thank you for joining us with those details. Now, finally, for the Tata Group, a big victory, but the politics around it also playing out. In fact, the left government had allotted about 1,000 acres of farmland to the company in 2006. It dragged on for 16 years. In fact, Ratan Tata, the former chairman of Tata Sons, in an interview to Navika Kumar, had listed out why the company was forced to leave the state.
We have no dispute with the government of West Bengal.
It is just the opposition.
It's just the opposition, and quite frankly, we've dealt with opposition before, but never opposition that whose modus operandi is agitation, aggression, intimidation constantly.
Are you trying to say there was never an attempt by the opposition to really look for a solution, even despite the intervention of the governor, Gopal Krishna Gandhi?
No, I would say not. And, if there is an issue that one has, after all, we were supposedly the incumbents of land that Mamata Banerjee thought was illegally acquired by the West Bengal government. And if she were truly interested in the farmers, one would have thought that she or someone from a party would approach us and ask us what we would do for her constituents. And I'm sure that we could have worked together in terms of community development, jobs, etc., to satisfy her. But that was not the case. It was an attack on the government. We were the victims, if you might.
All right, breaking updates coming in. Mamata Banerjee's party deflecting the onus after the verdict, blaming the left government and saying that this was a decision that was taken by the left. Listen in.
ये अभी तो एक ऑर्डर है, इसका ऊपर बहुत अपील का फोरम है, वो देखा जाएगा। ये जो प्रॉब्लम सिंगूर में है उसका प्रॉब्लम पूरा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सीपीएम का है, क्योंकि वो जो लैंड का जो एक्विजिशन था ना, तो वो तो इलीगल था, ये एक्विजिशन इलीगल था, वो तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर है, एक्विजिशन इलीगल, अधिग्रहण अवैध। जिस तरह इलीगली सीपीएम गवर्नमेंट वो एग्रीकल्चरल लैंड वो एक्वायर किया था, वही तो पूरा गलत वहीं से शुरू हुआ था।